Alright, continuing on. It is still October 11th, 2019. It's 10:11 p.m. Gonna keep going on. I'm doing Demon Days now. Demon Days. Sorry, I don't mean to fucking put the words together. This was another album I've listened to a lot when I was a kid. It came out 2005, right? Yeah. 2005 in Japan, 2005 in the United Kingdom, and in the United States. Japan first for a couple weeks. Okay. As I said with the first album, it was a very well blended album of four genres in particular. I mean, if you want to go a fifth, I'll say the fifth last. But it was mostly hip hop. I even say sixth. We'll go sixth. So mostly hip hop. Mostly hip hop. A lot of rock, or in which I'd categorize punk in there too, and like alternative rock and whatnot. You got Latin themes or Hispanic, Spanish themes, whatever you want to call that. And then electronic themes. Like I would even go with the hip hop. You got even trip hop in there. You got even horror themes in there. So that was the fifth one I was talking about, and the sixth one would be little elements of funk. With the second album, if I remember right, I mean it's still gonna be heavy in the hip hop category. Still heavy in the rock category. Still heavy in the electronic category. I think he loosens up a little bit on the Latin or Hispanic or Latino or Spanish theme, I think, a little bit in this album. I could be wrong. I mean, you still got El Mañana, so, but I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong, actually. I mean, I think actually still might be, like, still a combination of the four. It's just, a continuation, like, if it, don't fix what isn't broken, and this certainly isn't a broken formula. It's broken as in, like, I mean, it's just, like, fucking, it breaks the rules, but it's, like, it's not, I mean, it's a pretty perfect album. I think, no, I liked more the singles on the debut compared to Demon Days, but I think I think I'm gonna like Demon Days as a whole more than I do like the debut. But as I say with all of these, I don't review them. There's no rating. There's no grades. I just am doing it for research, and I mean, it kind of might even give you ideas for if you are a musician yourself or are interested into anything. All you got to do is just do a little research and find out what you. Well, I mean, there's clearly finding out the skills and the talents that are necessary to achieve said dream, but also you also want to find out your own identity too, your own attitude, what you're trying to put in there, what you're not trying to put in there, and you can always start with the things that you don't want to put in there by listening to music that you don't like, or you can listen to music that you really liked and have always liked as a kid, or maybe see if whatever like you liked as a couple years back or 10 years back, or even as a kid, and just compare what does it compare to compared to now. Like I probably will. I don't think I'll ever do any indie rock. Like there's a lot of albums I'll probably never do, just because. I mean, there's clearly a lot that I'll never do because I don't care for them. It's just not my thing. But there's also plenty that I used to care about that I don't anymore because of exactly that reason. I don't care about it anymore. So I mean, but the thing is, there's so much content out there that's just like, why if I'm doing this, why can't you? If remotely, I mean, if this is something that you've always potentially wanted to do, why not? This is very loose. It's the only rules to this is I listen to the entire album, and at the end of it I just read the lyrics and I try to get to an hour. Those are like the three rules. Sometimes I'm very bluntly honest, and it can be an opinion that you disagree with heavily sometimes. And I don't know all of it, and I mean, I'm just listening to it how I'm feeling now. As I said a million times over, a lot of these things that I do review, I have immense respect for them, but I don't want to be biased. So, with that being said, Gorillaz Demon Days. I should start with the track listing. Let's just do that real quick, and then I'm gonna just chill for a couple minutes before we get into it. Intro, that's the first song. That's 107. You got second track is Last Living Souls at 3:15. Third track is Kids with Guns at 3:45. Fourth is Oh Green World at 4:35. Fifth is Green Harry at 3:50. Sixth is Feel Good Inc. at 3:42. 7 is El Manana at 3:50. 8 is Every Planet We Reach Is Dead at 4:55. 9 is November Has Come at 2:45. 10 is All Alone featuring Roots Manuva at 3:33. 11 is White Light at 2:13. 12 is Dare at 4:04. 13 is Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head at 3:19. 14 is Don't Get Lost in Heaven at 2:11. And the last track is Demon Days at 4:28. Once again, the album came out in 2005, specifically May 11th in Japan first, and second, later on everywhere else, essentially. UK and United States, I guess, May 23rd, 2015. Damon Albarn, Jamie Hewlett. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Let's go. I mean, it's a Friday night, I don't have any money because I'm more interested in working on artwork. Though, if I was in a crazier situation, I'd probably have to get into, making money, saving money, and earning money to survive and stuff. I'm still doing that, I'm paying for my way. I'm just living in poverty, essentially, and I don't mind it as long as I finish what I want to finish, which doesn't cost me any money other than time. In time, some could see that as currency. But that's neither here nor there. So, once again, could go to a bar, get a couple drinks, just two, don't, space it out, sit there for 3 hours maybe max. Stay there longer or whatever, stay there, leave earlier if it's not your vibe or whatever, or you stay there longer if you're feeling it out. But yeah, you just go to a bar, order a drink, sip on it, don't drink it immediately, or if you want to get 3 or 4 drinks, whatever. Clearly, the more drinks, you might want to have a safe way home. I kind of wish there were like stoner bars, and I think they're starting to slowly exist, but I think that'd be pretty dope. That's probably what I would do all the time. Maybe, probably not actually. It'd be nice to socialize, but it'd probably be expensive how drinks can be. The reason why I also say don't grab too many drinks at a bar because also it's expensive. Some people it doesn't mean shit to them. Money doesn't mean anything to them. So, but to those fucking people, enjoy yourselves. I don't know. Personally, if I could be very real, I just have a lot of faith and confidence in my performance ability. I just have to get on a stage and be consistent. And not being on an open mic by myself would be great. But once again, I can't talk too much about that for many reasons, or just one reason. But I'm literally just not going to talk about it. It's going to happen, because if it doesn't happen, then it's never going to happen. So, it's either it's not going to happen, which I don't want to happen, or it's going to happen, which I want to happen, and I'm working towards steps for that to happen. I've already performed at, about 24 open mics, but that's the past. What's happening right now? There are things in the works right now, but once again, this isn't about me right now, though I could be talking about me if I wanted to, because this is my podcast. But I will keep it brief and go, once again, to Demon Days, because I'm just going to chill out, listen to a couple tracks, and then fucking do it up. Like I said earlier, if you didn't catch it, or I didn't say it, I might not have said it, probably said it, but I listen to it all the way, then I do lyrics after, and that's fucking it. I'm still listening to Smooth Criminal by True Ave, or True Ave. and Troy Ave, what did I say? True Ave, Troy Ave, Smooth Criminal by Troy Ave, and Caroline by Amine. Those are the two songs right now. I just listened to them just like 5 minutes ago, so I don't know. I recommend them. Soccer Mommy's Lucy. Highly recommend that song still. It's I think Sophie's her name. She's really good at making singles. Pretty good. Everyone is good at what they fucking do. If they put it out, then they're probably happy or confident enough with what they made. And so kudos to them. Not everything's gonna be everybody's favorite. She's made some other tracks that I really enjoy, but I'm just saying she's really good at making singles. The Garden, for example, they're pretty good at making singles too. Not that they can't make good albums, but I'm just saying, like, they're really good at making singles. I gotta stop name dropping. Sometimes all that matters is the single, man. And I mean, that could be taken many ways, but I mean that as, like, the single, like, that's what rises you to the top, and then, other people then get to dissect your album and enjoy it or whatever and eat it up however the fuck they want to eat it up. But, yeah. There's also Mine's Reel It In. That's also really good. I still listen to that every now and again. A$AP Rocky's Peso. Every now and again I've been still listening to Iggy Pop's Sonali. Still listening to Two Lovers by Delicate Steve. There's some Loom tracks like Leopard, Barbed Wire. The other track I recommend by Soccer Mommy that I've already mentioned in the past is Your Dog. It's like, I mean, they've already made, comparisons to I Wanna Be Your Dog by Iggy Pop, or specifically the Stooges. And this is kind of, I mean, if anything, like, I'd say, like, I Wanna Be Your Dog is the male perspective, and Your Dog by Soccer Mommy is female perspective. Nothing's absolute. Once again, if I haven't mentioned the Loom tracks, Leopard and Barbed Wire, I'm still listening to those all the time. That's one of those bands. I mean, I was mentioning this on the last podcast with the Gorillaz debut. I was saying, some bands, like, they make a bunch of singles and then they made that into an album. And I feel like Loom kind of did that with their first album. That's just an example. I mean, once again, I gotta stop name dropping. I keep doing it, but I fucking love Loom, so fuck off. Alright, I have now started it. I'm not much of a fan of intros. I think they're kind of useless. Other people feel otherwise. It's kind of like a why not of sorts. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to say the least. There's no doubt about that. Jump into Last Living Souls. I mean, it's a solid track. It's like one of those Gorillaz salads. I mean, I will definitely say already. I mean, I thought there would be. If I remembered right, I thought like that he kind of like stepped away from that Latin vibe. But I guess that Latin vibe, in my opinion, so far is still very much so there. I mean, like I said, these are those four genres that I already mentioned: electronic, rock, hip hop, and Latin. I don't know what the fuck Latin. I mean, is that even considered a genre? I don't know, but it's 100% still there. All four of them. If anything, once again, it's a nice continuation. It's almost like Radiohead did this with OK Computer to Kid A, I believe. I think that was a transition. And there's plenty of other bands that I could name off. There's another band I was gonna name off. I just fucking forgot. I mean, there was Radiohead, but then there was another band. I mean, I really like British music a lot personally. I don't know why. That I really couldn't tell you. I mean, if I could this is literally the first thought that just popped in my head. It's literally because it's like, well, none of us can be a fucking leader, so who gives a fuck? Whereas America, I mean, it's like they have that opposite of like, as long as you're born here, you have the opportunity to run this country. And it's like, that's full of shit. Now we're about to jump into Kids with Guns, which, once again, another solid Gorillaz track. I mean, if I could make a playlist of all the Gorillaz tracks to recommend, I mean, they're pretty much all the singles, I bet. I mean, even, I'm sure Damon even knew what the fuck he was doing. I mean, come on, this guy's was in Blur. I mean, I'm not even a huge fan of Blur, honestly. And I think that one song, I'm not going to do it, but I'm not my thing. But he kills it with Gorillaz, man. This really, like, it's almost like Blur was like that was his, like, career, and Gorillaz was his hobby, but then he turned Gorillaz into his career, which was his ultimate downfall. So he should have been just a hobby to him. He had Blur, man. He didn't need fucking... I mean, he was just looking for an escape. That's probably what it was. He's probably just looking for an escape. I mean, if I can guess, I'm going to take a guess. I don't know about this, but he probably was... Blur... I could be wrong, but Blur might have been a I'm not going to... I don't want to talk on my ass. I was going to say Blur might have been like a label made band, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not going to... I could be... That's just a total complete... I don't know where that... it just seems like that... it just seems like, he just couldn't leave Blur for some reason. Or maybe Blur ended, I don't know. Or Blur was ending. I don't know. And, he just wanted to put himself really into the music. But once again, like I said, I don't know. When I listen to Blur, it sounds literally like a career. Like, this is a job. Whereas Demon Days, this is a hobby to him. But his hobby ended up getting him money, something he loved. I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't love Blur. Maybe he did or not. I don't fucking know. And once again, this is all personal opinion. This is all emulating. I mean, I literally don't. I can't. It's just what it sounds like to me, honestly. I don't know. It just to me sounds like he fucking had so much more appreciation. I mean, for all I know, maybe just because Gorillaz pop became way more bigger, and so he's like, why not? Where I don't know. Once again, I haven't checked out Blur, so I don't know how much of his like drug referencing and his problem, his drug addiction, and his being able to even like talk about his actual lifestyle, not in metaphors, or if they are metaphors, they're like still hinting pretty heavily towards what the fuck he's talking about or implying. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really thought that there wasn't going to be as much Latino or Latin or Spanish or Hispanic vibe, but it's still, I mean, there's no problem with that by any means. I guess just like, once again, like, I've listened to this music so much, but like to literally now start labeling it with words. There was a time where I listened to it, and it was what it was. And now saying what I'm saying, I'm now just saying once again, labeling it so it like to an absolute, like, which, I mean, it's not totally, but like in a way, like, I mean, it could be viewed that way. Like, I've now labeled it, and it's now in a pile. Whereas it, like, kind of wasn't in a pile, but... I'm now in Old Green World now. Old Green World sounds like two hip-hop songs put together. Specifically at the beginning, and now he kind of changed up to this, right, at like 47 seconds in, now it's like this, like, almost like alternative rock kind of jam. And he's gonna slowly kind of blend the two worlds together again. But, yeah. He could have also decided to end the song about early 2 minutes in. Not that, like, I'm not saying he should have. But, kind of then goes off into this, like, now it's the second leg of it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, for a moment, there was, like, I like, really appreciated it. There's nothing wrong with it being as long as it is. I don't know, man. That's something I'm actually having difficulty right now with the music I've been making. Like, I want it to be long and stuff, but at the same time, like, adding, like, transitioning it so it's, like, not tedious. But even, like, changing it up, like, the whole technicality of it all can fucking be tedious and make it boring in itself. I've mentioned in the past how like I've heard like tracks where like I really like the verse and then they change it up in the chorus, like the song almost like immediately like it transitions to something else, and it's almost, there's some songs where it's cool that when it does that, but there's sometimes where it's just like nah, not my thing. Dirty Harry is the next track, and it's a classic. Uh, Music video is also pretty cool. Um, Definitely one of my favorite tracks as a kid, is if I remember right. I definitely for right now. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks. I don't. I just can't remember. It's because I'm fucking. As a kid, it's been fucking almost literally been 15 years almost. This track's got a funk, a little bit of a funk influence to it. I mean, not that Gorillaz doesn't already have funk influence to it, but that's what I'm hearing with this. Yeah, I mean, it's already got the influence of everything else, but just once again, now there's like a little bit more. I'm just noticing a little bit more funk right now, but like not the same kind. Like not like typically like whenever someone influences funk, they always go for the bass work. I like how 2D dances. It's fucking hilarious. Dances with the kids. It's fucking funny, man. And I didn't. I mean, like I noticed that there were children singing, kind of in a choir-like moment, at choir-like moments, for this song. But I don't know, man. They placed it really nice. It's not too in the fucking way. There's some tracks that I could definitely name off right now that have like it's just like so predominant. It's like goddamn. I mean, I don't want to name drop, but fuck it. Nah, I just won't. But you either know what I'm talking about or you don't. It's okay. I guess someone would be like, well, why do some people get a pass and others don't? So, the one with Ryan Gosling is indie rock band. I think it's Dead Man's Bones or whatever. Is it? I think it's Dead Man's Bones. Not. I'm thinking like otherwise like Dead Man's Heart or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's Dead Man's Bones. Yeah. A lot the choir. I mean, the first that one. Apparently, there's supposed to be a second album, but I don't know if there ever will be, which is fine. But it was a nice indie rock album when I listened to it at the time when I was younger. But there's just way too much children in it. Children singing. And then there's also what's that fucking was it Gothic Summer by Prayers. Yeah, like the song is pretty cool, but my only gripe is once again just the kids become too predominant, just to a point where it's just like I don't know. To me, it's unlikable. But once again, with Dirty Harry, with Gorillaz Dirty Harry, you know what I mean? It's just the right amount. Damon knows. I mean, once again, I don't know if it's all on Damon who wrote all of it. Once again, I mean, clearly he's got features and stuff, and I know at some point later on, like the fall, I think he makes it all on he made it all on like a iPad, Garage Band app. Next up is Feel Good Incorporated or Inc. Feel Good Inc. Solid. I mean, once again, another solid, cool-looking music video. And El Mañana, also a very cool music video. And it's nice that they were nice enough to do music video after music video after music video. And I'm pretty damn sure El Mañana does have a music video, but right now I'm not seeing it. Which is okay. It's not the fucking end of the fucking world. I just remember El Mañana is like the fucking towers falling in the sky or whatever. I'll pull it up. Why the fuck not? If it's possible, if I can find it. Feel Good Incorporated. If I remember right. No, I'm thinking of Dare. Never mind. When we get to Dare, I'll talk about that. I guess that's what I'm thinking. But Dare's got like a very British influence to it, of like the hip hop scene going on at the time. Hold on. I should have fucking just typed that in. God damn it. Um, yeah, for some reason the official video is not on. Like, I guess it's not an official video on YouTube or whatever. I'll just have to take a chance and hope that it's gonna be legit. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Feel Good Inc. was now definitely more of like this almost like indie rock sound that was kind of taking hold around the 2000s. I mean, this is once again like 2005, but like I'm thinking like the Shins, for example, like that kind of soft sound was still pretty well, becoming very prevalent at a time. But then like kind of like it's like the right amount of softness, and then like once again like the right amount of hardness, which I would say would be the hip hop side. Not in 2005, but like I can't remember when, but there was a time where I'd listen to like this one band called like We Came as Romans, and I honestly regretfully feel like I'm like I can't believe listened to that band. There's another band called like Hello Goodbye that was like synth pop, but like nerdy synth pop. It was just like so soft. It was like But my problem with We Came as Romans is that like the hard part was the screaming part, and the soft sign was the like the I would say almost like the sobbing. Like I mean it's crooning, but I won't even call it crooning because it's you know what I mean like this like the singing aspect, the feminine male vocals followed by screaming. I don't really like screaming myself. I don't like metal. Like a lot of like yelling's cool or whatnot. Like you know uh like Type O Negative's like the perfect kind of, or even Black Sabbath are like kind of perfect examples of metal that I like. There's some other bands that kind of have that metal influence that I can't think of right now, but that's besides the point. Going back to Feel Good Inc. Yeah, I don't know, man. There was a perfect harmony of, I don't know, in my opinion, like, you know what I mean? It just didn't seem, this isn't too pretentious, in my opinion. Whereas, like, We Came as Romans is a little bit pretentious, so. It is pretty cool, though, that, like, you know what I mean, I was into some things, like, and they actually, like, you know, as a kid, and, like, they still, like, I'm still into it now, like, you know, there's a lot of times where like, I'm into like, you know, I was into this and that, and like hypothetically at this age and time, like, you know, it wouldn't even like, I don't know, some things just don't fucking stick around just because of one reason or another. Just you grow up or whatever. I don't know. And maybe who knows, man? Maybe I'll fucking grow out of fucking Gorillaz. I don't know. For sure, I mean, honestly, besides, like, I would say I go as far as, like, a couple of tracks off of The Fall. There are some okay tracks off of, the Now Now, and there might even be off of, I don't even know what the fuck they even called their one album, before it. Shit. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, it sucks that, like, this is the music video, but it's in, like, a shitty... I don't know why it isn't officially. Maybe it's on YouTube. But it's on YouTube Music. I don't know. It's okay. But this also reminded me of the video game Maple Story. If you ever played it, I tried playing it recently, but like it was pretty much in like autopilot mode. So it was like, what's the point? And you know, I mean, I don't have the time for it anymore. I like should have never fucking played it in the first place. Not because it's not a good game, but because it's one of those games you can play on forever. So it's kind of like, what's the fucking point after a while? I mean, like, you know, storyline was kind of interesting, and the monsters were interesting. Learning new abilities were interesting, and you know, you were experiencing yourself to, you know, get to, you know, the place you want to be. Sometimes you had to learn something. It looked cool as fuck when you got it done, though. I don't know. Maybe they got rid of it because it's just so. There's gunfire and shit. Maybe then they're like not cool with that anymore. You know, it's an animation. I mean, this is a pretty sad. I mean, once again, this definitely. I would say like this is like, you know, Damon like pulling. Like, once again, he's pulling all like the right amount of like he's from all these genres. He's just pulling just the right amount of DNA from each of them and just putting it together to, you know, form this, you know, beautiful. I mean, some could say. I mean, I would definitely say and agree it's a masterpiece in ways. Is the entire album a masterpiece? I mean, it's pretty fucking solid. But is it one of my favorite albums? No, because I don't think the album is. I don't like every track on the album, but I mean, like as a cohesive whole, you know what I mean. I can listen to it over and over again as a cohesive whole. As a cohesive whole, even Plastic Beach, I can listen to it as a cohesive whole. But like, I don't know, like, you know, it's just not. You know, it's not my number one album of all time, but I can definitely listen to this album a lot. It's just, you know, just there's some tracks that like just like with the debut, I just was kind of like, you know, these are great, but you know what I mean, and they, you know, should exist. These songs should definitely exist, and like, I don't want to keep bringing back to me, but like I've made tracks where it's just like, yeah, and this song should exist. I just wish I didn't fucking make it. I just wish someone else fucking made it. But I mean, other people might, you know, beg to disagree, I guess. You know. I don't know. I'm just talking shit right now, I guess. I mean, if I haven't mentioned already, I am listening to El Mañana. I'm getting towards the end. I think I already said that, but like even my favorite album. My favorite two albums that, you know, that are coming to mind right now, like I listen to them all the way through. I can listen to them all the way through, and there's actually a lot of, I mean, there's definitely a lot of tracks that I appreciate off those albums, but even in those albums, there's some tracks I just like, I'm like, I don't have to listen to them, so, not that they're bad tracks by any means. I mean, in some cases they could be, but, alright, we are now on to Every Planet We Reach is Dead. In my opinion, I mean, once again, this is just my opinion. I just like with the first album, I don't think he needed to have 15 tracks on the album, but it's just kind of like a why not. I mean, like, I'm glad that they exist, and maybe they could have featured on another album or even the D-sides or something like that, or another like level of D-sides or whatever. It's ultimately his decision, or, you know, whoever the fuck was all involved with it. I mean, this track isn't bad. I mean, but I mean, clearly some people, you know, this could be their fucking, this is their favorite track. You know, it's just once again, when I listen, like when I want to listen to these albums, typically it's just like, you know, I want to get something done, but like, you know, it's like sun's gone down, you know, I mean, it's probably going to go into the night, just like right now. You know, might be reading something, might be writing something, might be drawing something, but, you know, like, I would put it even on par. I mean, he doesn't always have trip hop elements into it, but like, how I listen to trip hop, how I could listen to trip hop instrumentals is the same way I listen to Gorillaz in a way. I mean, the full album. I mean, I don't know, man. It sucks that nowadays, like, on one side, it sucks that there's so much content out there. So it's just like I don't have time. I could listen to the entire album, or I could listen to specifically what I want to listen to when I want to listen to it. Which some people are totally like, you know, look at you. Which I guess, you know what I mean. You know, it is what it is. I can't expect everyone to listen to everything that I make, and especially if I'm making like I just recorded this is the second podcast today. If you're listening to both fucking podcasts, and if you've listened to every single one, you really need to fucking like find. I don't know, man. I just don't think there's that much information that needs to really be taken from every single one. Like, I don't mind if. You know, if someone even, I mean, once again, I make these things for myself. If someone listens to them, that's cool. If someone likes that, that's even cooler. I'm not talking like, you know, pressing the like, but I'm saying like, you know, they generally have, you know, they think it's cool. They like it enough, you know what I mean? Like, they have interest in it, that they'd be willing to watch it again or listen to it again. And then there's people that, you know, are willing to support it even further than that, which is, I mean, I say it's on their own. I'm not asking, I mean, like, when I say at the very end, you know what I mean, check out this social media or whatever, you know what I mean, that's if you want to. I'm not gonna be like, if you follow my thing, you're gonna get $5, or like, you'll get $5 off, or you'll get 20% off, or blah. I mean, not that I'm like, not distant. I mean, some people, earn your money how you have to earn your money, man. And if that's what it has to take to, have this kind of job as a career, you know what I mean? Whatever it takes, I guess, sometimes. Teach their own. I know I'm just rambling. Like, I just see, like, this is like a montage, like, song. Like, I'm working on, like, a fucking, like, I'm drawing something, and then I change up to me, like, writing a song, and it changes up to me, like, typing on the computer, and then it changes up to me, like, fucking, like, listening to something while, like, but, like, this song, like, this is, like, one of those kind of, songs for, like, a soundtrack. Once again, I don't hate it. I mean, it's got its moments. Right now, I'm, it's almost over, and, I'm not, like, at one moment, I was kind of like, man, I wish I could just skip it. I mean, I get those moments. You can't tell me you don't get those moments, too. So, but, I have to listen to it all the way, because why not? You know what I mean? That's not fucking fair, and that's not very nice to skip it. I mean, it's not very nice to say that at one moment I wanted to skip it, but I didn't. 'Cause, it's a song to jam out to, but, like, once again, like, this is just like a D-Day, or D-side song. A D-Day song to me. Like, there's some D-side songs that I wish that were not on D-sides. I wish they were actually, like, on an actual album. Like, Hong Kong, that song is dope. Like, that song was really dope. Like, really, really dope. I love that song. But it's a D-side. What are you going to do about it? At the end of the day, the artist is going to do what the artist is going to do, and you admire it, you don't, and the cool thing about things nowadays on, like, streaming platforms, you're allowed to switch things out of order, you can shuffle it, you can do whatever the fuck, you can just not listen to certain tracks. Isn't that cool? Like, on one side you could say it's not cool because it's like, that's not the experience, that blah 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 blah. But it's like, hey man, you gave the fucking option. That's how it's gonna go. Next up is November Has Come. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think it's MF Doom who's on this track. Interesting. I mean, like, once again, I had no idea that. I mean, like, I guess, like, maybe I kind of knew one day, but I kind of never, like, put two and two together. But yeah, I guess MF Doom has featured on a fucking Gorillaz track. I didn't know that. Know that. But that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, for some reason, I mean, he's definitely articulate with his wording. He's a wordsmith for sure. He's definitely an MC. Next track is All Alone. I mean, in my opinion, once again, if I could just be as bluntly honest as possible, another track I don't see didn't need to actually be on this album. Could have been on, like, a D-side. I mean, like, honestly, what he could have done, he could have honestly split up these three albums, specifically the debut, Demon Days, and D-sides, could have split up into probably 4 albums, maybe even 5. 5 would be pushing it, but definitely 4. There's enough content for 4 albums. And then not even including fucking Plastic Beach. I mean, maybe the rapping for All Alone is what saves it, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Damon sometimes lets his features outshine him, which is cool. I mean, that's okay too. Some people have their own solos. You know what I mean? Your solo could be in the form of a guitar, or it could be vocal, it could be drum. It's pretty cool. I don't think there actually really are too many like instrumental solos on these on any Gorillaz album, as far as I'm aware. Which is fine. I'm not much of that kind of person myself either, but I would like to. It wouldn't be bad. It's kind of cool. It's like your own little signature. Next up is White Light, which, once again, I'm indifferent about. Some days I'm like, it's a dope song. Some days, though, I'm like, once again, felt like it should have been a D-side. Have to deal with commercials sometimes. And most of the time, I just fucking ignore everything. But sometimes, can't, there's triggering fucking imagery and wording. For me, sometimes it's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But I don't mind just getting some, chocolate and some peanut butter and just putting it together. It doesn't have to be as long as it kind of, the two taste good. You can have like a shitty tasting chocolate and you can have a shitty tasting peanut butter. You put the two together and it can taste like ass. I'm just gonna equate, White Light to be kind of like not the best tasting chocolate and not the best tasting peanut butter, and you put them together and you eat it, and it's like, that's a good combination. But I don't know. This almost reminds me of like pre-stages to like the light, or to the fall. My bad. Next up is Dare. Music video, once again, is pretty dope. There's some horror themes once again. Like there's a giant fucking head of the dude featuring Sean Ryder, is what I'm seeing. If it is him, it might be another guy, but I think it's just Sean Ryder. Could be wrong. I don't know. I just feel so sure that's who it is, but I really don't know. But once again, the music video really does kind of like add a whole lot. It really adds a whole lot to the song. I mean, it doesn't need to be. You really don't need the fucking out. You don't need the music video. But it heightens it, for sure. Enhances it. A very fun track. It's kind of like, I would say, a chiller version of Rock the House. Now that I've listened to it, I'd say my two favorite tracks would be Rock the House and Dare. Clint Eastwood's I really like a lot. Feel Good Inc.'s pretty cool. El Manana. Kids with Guns, Last Living Souls, Last Living Souls, okay. Man, this song's fucking dope. One of those songs I just kind of fucking forgot about. I haven't really forgotten about, because I've listened to it at least, plenty of times. I was gonna say at least 3 times, 4 times this year. But it's just one of those songs I've just forgotten about personally. It's just a fun-ass song, man. I really like the British accent, or just the way British people can sing sometimes, or the way, once again, if it is Sean Ryder, if that is who the guy that's featuring or whatever, like the big head or whatever, I think that's who Sean Ryder is. But and he's not the only person who does this, but just like the way they sing, it's almost like an offbeat, on-beat kind of way of singing. It's weird. But that's my jam. I'm still thinking about this one Norwegian chick. I totally feel like I can remember. I'll remember. I can remember. It'll come to me. Next up is Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head, right? Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head. I honestly really enjoyed this song as a kid. I even enjoy it now. I like, once again, spoken word. It's telling a story. The music is, showing elements of funk, and like all the other genres I've already mentioned beforehand. But the instrumental is very compelling, along with his storytelling. It reminds me very much of a Velvet Underground, but like a hip hop version of that. So definitely, in my opinion, this is like for sure like a. It's not like a highlight Gorillaz track, but like if someone's is digging Gorillaz and they want a little bit more, and they just want something a little different, this is the track I would recommend. Now I'm at Don't Get Lost in Heaven, which once again, I don't know, I think at least this is kind of like a part 2 to Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head of sorts. In my opinion, I don't think it's absolutely necessary for the album. Someone will be like, what fucking tracks are necessary for the fucking album? Like, what, 6 of them? 5 of them? Yeah, maybe about that much. um, I don't know. If I could count them, I'm gonna count it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking at about 8 or 9. That's just my opinion. That that's if I had creative control. If I was Damon Albarn, I'd be like, these are the only tracks I'd fucking want to put out. The rest of them, I wouldn't mind having them out, but like they'd be like on like another track or something, like another album. I mean, right now I'm doing a lot of vocals for tracks, and there are a bunch of instrumentals like I personally don't give a shit about, but other people might, and I've had other people listen to it and they go, you should really put these tracks out. I really like these tracks, and you please put them out. So it's just, yeah, sure. There's some tracks that are like, I don't, they're not my favorite tracks, but I might do some vocals on top of it. And like, they'd be, like, I really would like to have an album that's just like nothing but like singles, essentially. Even though, like, even if the rest of the album kind of like, they're not bunk, but like, there's like a first place, second place, third place of sorts. But it's getting to this point where like it's like, what the fuck? It doesn't even matter. Just put it out there, and then worry about all that shit later. Which these are fantastic tracks. By the end of the day, I'm on the last track, Demon Days. They're all fantastic tracks. They're solid. You put a lot of thought into them, a lot of energy, a lot of spirit and soul, dedication, determination, drive, all that shit. Still, in this way, in a way, is a hobby, but I could see it like a turning point where it could turn slowly into his career, or views it as a job anyway, rather than just a hobby or something for fun, where it's not just love anymore. I mean, once again, like, when I put out an album, whenever I, which I will be doing soon. I mean, I've already put out 4 soundtracks within the last 2 weeks or so, or even 3. I don't remember. But those are tracks I've been working on for the last 5 years or so. Within the last 5 years, some of them in the last year, some of them in the last 8 months, 6 months, 1 month, last week or 2. But I don't know, like, a lot of these tracks I would put on to like a D side, or even like a just be a secondary album or whatever. But like I said, he had plenty enough tracks to put on, like, make 3 or 4, even I would say 5 would be pushing it, but. And I looked it up. I guess there's even G sides, and I've probably listened to them once, maybe. I'm not familiar with them, but with all the stuff that he's got, he probably can make definitely 5 albums. I mean, he's already technically made 4 albums from. Doesn't matter. And he's the artist, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Just like, with anybody, you make your art, you can do whatever the fuck, just because I have a problem with it or something, I don't like how it is, doesn't mean fucking anything. It's just my opinion. And once again, I do this just mostly for myself, and, I don't know if you've stuck around this far. Now going into, lyrics, how I do the lyrics is, typically, especially if they're a more popular band, they probably already have, they've already been deciphered, so you could probably look that shit up on your own. I might give it my own. Sometimes I'll just pick out stuff, like my favorite fucking, lines, or I decipher it into my own way, but my way might not be right. I'm not always right. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me just read it. First one, I kind of skipped the intro, going right into Living Souls, or Last Living Souls I've had. It seems to me like it's a lot of self-doubt. Somewhat, I'm just saying narrator. I should have always said narrator. I think the last podcast was pretty much saying this is 2D's perspective through characters, which it kind of was, it kind of is. And, but, it's just my opinion. But the narrator for Last Living Souls is essentially going through a lot of self-doubt, though, like, either someone's telling them, or they feel like, they are the righteous, not exactly the righteous, but, like, the last living souls, per se. Because every other one are all dead. Everyone else has dead souls, and we're the last ones. Are we going to be able to get away even? Just a lot of doubt. Because all I've sung, I got it down wrong. I've seen myself today. I'm the Lord, seeing all now. Can we take a sound? I bought the car and all. The coldest man doesn't say it's wrong. You go to the car, I see you walk into the fog, and when you get there, do you see? You see the last. It's you and me. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's just like someone going through self-doubt, but coming to the conclusion that it's like, I guess what they're feeling is true. With the last album, it seemed like it was a little bit more, the debut album specifically. The lyrics, they were pretty, there was definitely some messages that were trying to be said there, but some of the songs just seemed to kind of be like just songs, like there wasn't really any meaning to them. With these, so far, there seems to be meaning to them. I mean, Kids with Guns, that's just not a cool image. It's not a very safe image. Like, these kids, they're fucking very inexperienced. I mean, most likely they don't, have a lot of experience holding a fucking gun because they're a fucking kid. And even if they do have a lot of experience, they're little fucking kids, man. But, I don't know. One of the phrases I see is, they got something to say no to. Now they're turning us into monsters, turning us into fire, turning us into monsters. It's all desire, it's all desire, it's all desire. Based on that, the desire, there's the cause and effect, but you could also, vice versa. They desire to be monsters. They desire for fire. So they turn into monsters, they turn into fire. It's all desire. Once again, I could be misinterpreting that. And these are kids, they're very innocent, they don't fucking know any better. But you give a kid a gun, he doesn't, that's just cool. To them, that just seems cool to them. And to some people, like, even drugs just seems cool because, the cool people do it, so it must be cool, there must be something there. And that's, I guess, all I'm going to pull out for Kids with Guns. Next up is Oh Green World. Alright, so what I've read so far is someone looking for, essentially, a new start. And I'm looking out somewhere I've never been before. Oh green world, don't desert me now. Made of you and you of me, but where are we? Oh no, sells the lie from the deck of stars that force you down. When you're in first, does it seem so little to you? Hope, sex, and drugs thrust into myself. Holy, it feels holy. It's euphoric. Those feelings, like sex and drugs, even hope can be pretty euphoric, especially if, it comes true, in the place you were. It might be someone who's also trying to escape, addiction, potentially. Because, green world is, growth and whatnot, and I don't think, I think if you're not, I think you're kind of stuck in some places sometimes. Depending on the drug, you could be stuck in some places. Even for acid and DMT and shrooms and whatnot, in my experience, it takes some time to kind of ravel back to whatever. Anyway, going on to Dirty Harry now. Alright, for Dirty Harry, I'm gonna quote, Booty Brown. Hold on 1 second. It seems like everybody's out to test you till they see you break. You can't conceal the hate that consumes you. And I'm filled with guilt from things that I seen. Your water's from a bottle, mine's from a canteen. At night I hear the shots rings home, a light sleeper. The cost of life, it seems to get cheaper. Out in the desert with my street sweeper. The war is over, so said the speaker. With the flight suit on, maybe to him I'm just a pawn, so he can advance. Remember when I used to dance, man, all I want to do is dance. Yeah, that's dope. um, I mean, well, the setting, I don't know how much of the music video really does relate to um, the song or the message. I mean, the phrase of your water's from a bottle, mine's from a canteen. I think it's kind of like a continuation from Green World. I mean, like looking for a green world, but being stuck in a desert, like environment, metaphorically or otherwise. The poor people are burning in the sun, but they ain't got a chance. They ain't got a chance. I need a gun, 'cause all I do is dance. 'Cause all I do is dance. Um. Poor people are burning in the sun. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I mean, once again, just kind of trying to pull kind of like just based on the music video and um, I mean, just it seems like everybody's out to test you until they see you break. And like, if you're in a desert, you know what I mean? Like the fucking sun in a way is like almost fucking gonna break you. I mean, it's just such an extreme environment to handle. And some people, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I mean, the whole gun part, I'm not totally sure. I mean, gun can often be used for protection, for oneself, but also, definitely could be for other reasons too. I just guess I won't go there. Next up is Feel Good Inc. Yeah, city's breaking down on a camel's back, so we're still on that desert theme. You won't get undercounted because you're damned and free. You got a new horizon. It's ephemeral style or ephemeral. Melancholy town where we never smile. I don't know. And all I want to hear is the message beep. My dreams, they come kissing because I don't get sleep now. There on the stride is aching. I don't want it to be dickhead going. One phrase that I don't know, I just want to pull out is "Let's turn forever, you and me." Like let's I don't know. So let's be forever, essentially. So how do you be that? Well, part of that would probably be feeling good. I mean, I don't know, like bringing good memory, bringing good feeling. And I did click on the fucking genius thing. I said something about love, doing it for love, and I said that in the debut. It seemed like Gorillaz is a hobby to him, whereas Blur was a career or just a job. And he's having so much fun doing Gorillaz. He doesn't want it to end. He wants it to go on forever. He wants this feeling to go on forever. But I mean, it's just in this one once again, it just seems like another like song of just like it's just let's make it a really good pop song and just it's just about feeling good. That's could be as simple as that. The implications of that and how to why the hell would you want to step away from feeling good all the time? I guess. El Mañana or the Tomorrow. one of the phrases, maybe in time you'll want to be mine. Sounds like a love song, but maybe someone's not choosing them at this time, being like, it's okay. Maybe maybe in time, Lord, I'm fine. Maybe in time you'll want to be mine. So I don't know. Don't stop the bud when it comes. It's a dawn you'll see. Money won't get there. 10 years past tonight you'll flee. If you do that, I'll be sworn to find you. Sounds like a love song. Could be wrong. But just things aren't lining up right now. But that's just life, I guess. Once again, I don't know. This is just my guess. I'm gonna continue on. I was quickly looking at the genius thing. It just basically lost relationship with Mother Nature. I mean, besides that, the first line is "Lost my land like I lost my way." How are we gonna work this out? I'm just pulling out specific lines. I love you, but what are we gonna do? I want to see you again. I love you, but what are we gonna do? And it could definitely have to do with Mother Nature and just the Earth being some environment. There's a song about environment, the environment being fucked. But I still think that there's still a bit of that feeling of love and things not lining up and being sad about it and just still wanting it, even though you're technically fine, quote unquote fine, but you're not. I'm now reading November Has Come. That dank sure stank, lit sank past the pit for more hardcore prank spit. What if floated, bloated, voted? I think 2D's getting blown away in comparison to what MF Doom's putting down. Something has started today, where did it go? What you want it to be? Well, November has come. When it's gone, shit. Fucking advertisement. When it's gone away, something has started today. Where did it go? What you want it to be? Well, November has come when it's gone away. But can you dig it like a spigot? My guess is yes, you can. I can kick it wicked. Liquid liquor shot if you happy and you know it. As you clap your hands to the thick snot of a poet flowing. Grope a pen and I'm in... I didn't even fucking talk about what this is even about. She wore a filled-in thong of billabong. They said, nah, for real, Apparently, the song touches on the state of hip-hop and dives into more abstract themes such as the end of the world and the coming apocalypse. Jesus. Alright, so apparently there are two different messages. One's talking about her hip-hop at the time in 2005, and 2D's essentially talking about the end of the fucking world. I mean, once again, All Alone also kind of reminds me of this guy Roots Menuva. They just threw him in. They just wanted him to feature on a Gorillaz track. Honestly, I don't give a shit enough to know what the meaning is. I mean, once again, I looked it up because it's on Genius. I mean, apparently it's just I don't even fucking know. I don't really fucking care, honestly, man. Sorry, just don't fucking care. I mean, once again, I feel like this is already highlights of moments of where Gorillaz was gonna go. Damon fucking... I feel like Damon honestly ruined his... He ruined it, man. He ruined it on his own. Because once again, he turned his hobby into a fucking job again. It became a job. In my opinion, I'm just saying this is literally becoming a job. And it's this isn't fucking fun. I don't know. I mean, now we're on to Dare now. I mean, I think I might even skip White Light because I'm just I don't even fucking care. Because White Light, what the I mean, literally, once again, this is you're literally The reason why I'm not a huge fan of like Crystal Castle's third album is because it's just so destructive, and you can literally feel it, the vibes, and it's just I don't even like why. I don't know, man. I don't want to fucking be yeah. Once again, white light, white light, white light, alcohol, 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 white light. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what white light is? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, this is someone, like, literally, like... Jesus Christ. Dare. This person's daring themselves to fucking, like, ruin themselves for the ultimate price, whatever the fuck that means. You've just been thinking that's what you do, baby. Hold it down there. Just jump with them all and move it. Jump back and forth and feel it. Feel like you were there yourself. Yeah, this is almost like he's having an out-of-body experience. Once again, this is the narrator, but it seems like he's not even fucking there right now. Jump with them all and move it. Jump back and forth and feel like you were there yourself. Work it out. I don't know, man. This sounds so fucking destructive now that I'm reading this. Holy shit. Damn, son. I mean, it's demon days, I guess. Going out of fire coming out of the monkey's head. I mean, I think this is literally, I mean, like, he talking about how there's people that are, you know, there's this fucking, there's a town where the people known as happy folk lived, and they kind of just lived naively around this giant ass fucking mountain that then eventually explodes, killing them all. And it's all because some people infiltrated that land and did some heinous acts to it, causing it to happen. So it's almost like an environmental message again. But once again, I'm going to point this into a personal level where someone is literally just like, you know, the fucking volcano has fucking erupted. Don't get lost in heaven. I mean, it just seems honestly like he fucking was like really like totally accepting fucking death. Don't get lost in heaven is essentially, I mean, in my opinion, it's kind of like, don't overstep the fucking, I don't know, there, like, you know, there's a line that you shouldn't cross. I mean, in my opinion, this is like a line you shouldn't cross, and you fucking know better, but like, you got demon days. The lyrics for some reason remind me of The Cure's Sinking. It's just kind of someone like, sounds like they've succumbed. You numb yourself with drugs and TV. When lies become reality, you numb yourself with drugs and TV. Pick yourself up. It's a brand new day, so turn yourself around. Don't burn yourself. Turn yourself around into the sun. To the sun, to the sun. Basically telling himself don't burn himself out. But what did he do? He burned himself out. And that ends this. I mean, honestly, it kind of really pissed me off at the very end with his lyric. I mean, actually, I guess I'm not the hugest fan of the fucking lyrics, honestly. Not all of them. Some of the lyrics are fucking dope as hell, but yeah, I don't know. Good to fucking do the research, I guess. Man, I don't know. I liked some. Like I said, I like more of the singles off the debut, but it's not like this isn't a shitty album or anything like that. I don't know, man. Hate to see someone fucking like subconsciously or consciously fucking destroy their lives in front of them. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing that shit, but we'll see. GRMBLS, Twitter, Instagram. You know, why keep continuing it? If I'm gonna continue it, I might actually record, or I might record another podcast and talk about another album, probably. We'll see. Take care.